All right, thank you all very much for being here. I appreciate it. I don't know how many of you guys will know, especially you young guys and girls. There was a player named Roberto Baggio who played for AC Milan in Italy back in the day, who I absolutely loved and admired. And what you'll probably remember most about him, if you know him, is he had kind of a mullet. And unfortunately, through my young teenage years, I also had a mullet. There is probably pictures somewhere. Hopefully not, but I would guess there are.
It was a blonde mullet too.
It was a blonde mullet at times, yeah. But to answer Kyle's question, like many of you, I love this sport, and I can tell you guys all love it because you're here. The biggest thing you can do to make yourself better is to play as much as you can. And it sounds so simple and easy, but if you love the game the way we both do, play as much as you can. You have so much opportunity now to do things in the soccer world that we never had because the game has evolved so much. So take advantage of it, play, watch, coach, follow it, and continue the support. We love it. The opportunity to play in a World Cup is unlike anything else in the world. For the time I was a lot of your guys' ages, I remember kicking a soccer ball in the street and thinking to myself, this is to get me to a World Cup, this is to get me to a World Cup, this is to get me to a World Cup. And a lot of the hard times, a lot of the running, fitness, which we all hate, stuff like that, I always kept in my mind, this is to have the opportunity. And I'll never forget walking out of the tunnel for our first game against Portugal in South Korea. And a lot of you guys probably know DeMarcus Beasley, or you know that name. Yeah. I remember walking out of the tunnel with him, and we were kind of the two young brats on the team. And we walked out, and as we got to the bottom and we could look out and see the whole stadium full, still gives me chills. We looked at each other, and there was just this moment where we realized, wow, you know, we made it. And I hope many of you can have that opportunity. This is a big pet peeve of mine, and I want you to listen very closely, and you kids are going to like what I'm about to say. Finishing and shooting and scoring is not a reward at the end of practice. It's an essential part of soccer. And we don't do that enough in our country. When I went to Germany when I was 17, I was unbelievably impressed with their attention to detail when it comes to that. And kids that were 6, 7, 8 were spending big portions of training sessions in front of the goal, shooting and finishing and crossing and doing things that way. And when I grew up, if we had a good practice, we got to shoot at the end. And I always thought there was something wrong with that because it's one of the biggest parts of the game. So coaches, find a way to implement that. And I'm sure I don't have to twist the kids' arm to talk to their coaches about that. Well, one of the biggest parts is the support. This kind of support wouldn't have happened 5 years ago, certainly not 10 years ago. And it's beautiful to see, having come from a place that a lot of us have come from and so passionately tried to get people to love this game. So this is great to see. The beauty of this last summer's World Cup was we had a very young team, and I think people forget that. A lot of players that you saw last time are going to be around again with a lot more experience, a World Cup under their belt, and I'm actually... Go Galaxy! Ooh, goalkeepers. So we're very excited about the prospects going forward for 2014 World Cup. All right.
Hey, announcement guy, we've got Landon Donovan over here. Please stop talking over us. Landon, the last question I think is on the tip of every young soccer player's tongue is maybe give the one piece of advice you have for those young aspiring soccer players out there on what you think they can focus on, or just something that you want to leave them with to concentrate on as they spend their days on the training field and with their teams.
I think we can all agree that we love this game, people that made the effort to come here today to do this. So for me, it's always been about fun. I enjoy playing The best advice I've ever received in my life about soccer was my mom used to always tell me, if it's not fun and you don't enjoy it, don't play. And it's as simple as that. If it's not fun and you don't enjoy it, anything in life, don't do it. If you do, play as much as you can. You can learn tactics about soccer, you can improve your fitness, you can do all that stuff later. You never get this time back to play with the ball, to enjoy it, to juggle, to shoot, to pass. That's all very valuable, so do it. Coaches implement it again. Players do it as much as you want. And there's no pressure. If you don't like it, don't do it. But if you like it, have fun and enjoy it like I did.
Well, Landon, I'm sure I could say this for all the fans out there, especially the ones with the Galaxy scarves in the front. Good luck in the upcoming season with the Galaxy, and keep making us proud, my man. Let's thank Landon Donovan for coming out today.